Finally, this is Flora. This is my video series, What Do You Do As? In this episode, I actually go to the streets of Palo Alto and talk to people randomly on the street. One is a director of sales in a tech company. The other one is a teacher, and also got to talk to a logistics manager. They talk to me about their career and give me some career advice.
I sell enterprise software. I solve business problems is what I do. You have to be personable. You have to be honest. And you have to have a pretty good business acumen, meaning to understand their business, be able to listen to their problems quickly, ascertain what their needs and desires are and objectives are, relate to them at the level that you're talking to, whether it's an IT person or a CFO, and be able to communicate effectively.
Okay.
My accounting degree, my initial beginning in software sales was in selling analytics software for accountants, so that you can know how to run the business, run how, a general ledger, your chart of accounts, and scheduling accounts and things like that. And so we had to sell technology to the CFO. And so by having a background in accounting and an understanding of how computer systems and software worked, then I could relate how I would be able to help solve their problems. That's a great question. So, number one, I studied accounting before I graduated with a degree in marketing. And then 10 years later, I went back and got my MBA in finance. So from my perspective, I know the financial aspects of the business very well. And so I would say, don't be afraid to learn from everybody and make your life journey a learning journey. So never forget to continue to learn. I was not a CPA that became a salesman.
Okay.
I was probably more of a salesman that was in a CPA role.
Oh, okay.
But I discovered before I graduated that I hated accounting.
Oh.
And so I got out of accounting in time to salvage my career.
Okay, so understanding yourself is very crucial as well.
Absolutely.
Okay.
If you're not comfortable with yourself, you'll never sell anybody anything.
Okay. What do you do?
I work at American Express, and I manage the technical infrastructure that engineers use to build tools for American Express. I got here through computer science. I was a computer science student, and I've worked at a variety of places.
I wonder, how did you get your first job?
An intern, I believe. I simply went to a company, told them what I could do for them, and made them a great deal on a rate, which was basically free, until I had that experience. The school you choose is important, but it isn't critical. The major you choose is important, but isn't critical. Your ability to relate to your coworkers, whether it's on a technical level or an interpersonal level, is greatly more important than any of the other skills put together.
The kids. It's all about the kids, making that connection and, getting the hugs at the end of the day and the appreciation you'll get from parents. It's good. That's the best part. But it's a difficult job as well. I think a lot of people go into it thinking that everything is kind of handed to you and you just need to follow the books or do those kinds of things. So there is a lot of creativity that's involved with it, and that can be stressful at times as well. I think they need to have flexibility, because you can be in the middle of a lesson and it's not going the way you thought it would, and you need to immediately do, a 90-degree turn and go a different direction. I think they need to have the personal skills to be able to deal with, communicate with parents, communicate with their students, communicate with district administration. And you truly have to have a passion for education, for what you're going to be doing, because it is an all-consuming job.